everybody. Hello, you guys. It's growing in. You should have seen it. I'm a ski ball. So I have my little vehicle. Boom. I did some ironic paint on it that's, you know, makes it even worse and more standoutable or whatever. However, I was able to fix my push starter button today with no help. And I didn't think I would gotten through it, and I didn't think that it would be possible for me to not know anything about that shit and get it started. And after I got it started, I was so fucking excited that I forgot that it's illegal to drive without a driver's license, even though I'm down here waiting for the DMV. So I'm trying to stay put, and I'm not trying to be, a sarcastic asshole or anything, but I really do appreciate, the help that I did receive or whatever, because it's been stressful. I've been crying, and they're like, drive this raggedy piece of shit again, you're gonna get it towed. And I'm like, does anyone know that I came all the way down here just to get my license reinstated, and I missed my original appointment because our tire blew out and we were left on the side of the road all fucking night due to some indiscrepancies because of me? First of all, I thought I was calling my tow truck service when I was calling somebody else. And then when I finally realized that I needed to call my insurance, that's when I had gotten help. And that took the last $200 to get me back to North Las Vegas because I got a flat tire, I had to lose it and pay for the tow or whatever. And then, so yeah, I've been getting a lot of, uncertainties about my car or whatever because I'm gonna assume it's just me driving without a license, other than this motherfuckers look tatted up and fucked up. But it was just a spur of the moment of her creativity, or whatever. And I wasn't trying to cause anybody any pain or harm or any fucking danger out here or whatever. And it's just hard to not be honest. Like, I'm mortified right now. Like, I didn't know I can be that much of a problem doing what everybody else do by living in a van. And the officer who stopped me the first time, who gave me the ticket, and he was like, okay, look, I'm not going to rip up the ticket, but I'm going to drive the other way so you can drive by yourself. He just stopped me again. And he's like, what are you doing here still? And I'm like, I'm still waiting for the DMV. And he totally freaked me out again. And he was like, if I catch you driving this piece of shit again, because of my license is suspended. I do have proper insurance on it. My SR22 is reinstated. My DMV is literally, my appointment is on the 30th, and my check's supposed to come on the 29th. And that's the thing that makes me a little nervous or iffy. It's like, what if, my check doesn't come and then I miss my DMV appointment and then I have to drive all the way back down there? I don't want this situation anymore, And so I'm praying to God that you guys let up off me, because I can't tolerate it. Like, I'm only one person. And I'm so embarrassed. Beyond measures. Like, I'm beyond embarrassed because, I've just suffered from, a whole month of just abuse to where, just for trying to make the world a better place. And it was, so hurtful, too, because I was, trying to plan it. And all these people ran up to my fucking car, which I didn't know if I was important or not. And so I was like, what the fuck y'all want? Basically, move. And they took that very fucking offensive. And then I got stabbed by my history teacher and his son, and he tried to put his penis in my mouth. Yeah, Tanner and Tanner. And then I was like, okay, so you just initiated a hate crime or whatever. And because I'm down here in Carson, I look like the odd man out versus everybody else. And all I was trying to do is get my license reinstated, which I did hesitate to go. And it was only because it was dark and I didn't want to drive without my glasses. And I apologize for anybody who thought I was, racial profiling them or anything like the lady. I do accept your apology, but you don't deserve mine. She walked up and she goes, we're not racist. I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean, bitch? Who told you I was, And so, the cop, he's, really intense on her. He's like, let me catch that little hoe driver. I'm gonna impound that bitch and make her really fucking cry. And I'm, praying to God that he could let up on me. Like all the police, I just pray to God that you just let up on me. Like I wasn't doing nothing wrong in the first place. And with that whole situation, I don't see how the fuck you don't see me as the victim versus anything else but the victim. So I just felt terrible. I do. I don't want any condolences. I just want to be left alone. Like, I know I have a lot on my plate. I know it's my head. I know it's my brain. And I just try to be as positive as I can. But how can you tell me that I shouldn't have called the FBI on that motherfucking bitch if she's the fucking mother of these kids? And she steals from me too. Like, she's like, I stole your jacket, bitch. Like, sincerely, really, bitch. I got your turtle killed. My last turtle, the bitch told me, I hate that motherfucker. I was like, really, nigga? You hear me? So I was like, damn. And it's not a hate on hate crime. I just thought she was inappropriate for the shit she was doing behind me. Hello. Okay? And it was just all inappropriate. And I don't see why she's taking so much effect to the shit when we all been doing dumb shit. You feel me? I'm having sex with people for no reason to, end up having sex with a bunch of other men I wasn't supposed to have sex with ever in life. So I'm like, I need a baptism. And that's why I was praying that you guys, as a whole world, we just turn our leaves over and ask her, I was thinking about getting one of those gas shield masks that did that shit, because he is on live right now, or whatever. But yeah, please forgive me for my outburst and all of that, because the color of my skin and my soft voice has always been the reason why I got bullied. And I don't want to move my car, but I don't want to cause another scene and then be like, shut up. And right. See, he's ignorant as shit, and I don't know, like, that's not gonna make me feel better in the middle of my video, but that's what bastard kids do. I'm 28. I know when a fucking snippy teenager is snippy. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Whatever, badge. I was like, snip match? Because Ashley used to live in a fucking covenant love with me, and for some fucking reason, she in the back of your head on my face pressed. And that shit always annoyed the fuck out of me. Like, you pushing my facial features when I go on TV trying to call me ugly. I did. I was crying. I was like, Miss Charlene, that's fucked up. And she was like, big black bitch. Ironically, she turned into a crazy big black bitch. And I told Ashley that when I gave her, I had 3 pair of big ass slippers that didn't fit my feet. And I gave her one, Sonia one, and Angela one. And she was like, no. And I was like, the fuck is wrong with you? And she was like, bitch, I don't want shit from you. And I was like, it's okay to accept love. Because she was so mad, instead of her talking to me, like, I thought she would just talk to me and be my friend and let me move on from my sister and have a new friend in my life, she decided to hurt my feelings the most. Or whatever. And, right, she fed me before. Like, she was just, she was horrible to me. I don't know, she was like mad at me for hanging out with Nicola, which I'm mad at myself for hanging out with Nicola, but Ashley wasn't no better. And then they both were mad at me about Renee, and Renee actually was the one that started making me, well, after, yeah, she forced me to have nails. Like, I saw, like, Jessica nails, and I was like, oh my god, bitch, where'd you get your nails done? And this bitch was like, they press-ons. I was like, you a motherfucking lie. Which made me go back to doing my clear set press-ons and my, wholehearted polish and stuff. Or whatever, because I used to play in nails all the time as a kid. I loved acrylic and stuff. Like, I've always wanted to do so much, like, be a nail technician. I want to be a bakery. I would love being a mechanic. I think it's awesome to just know things and know how it works. And so, like I said, I'm very proud that I was able to fix the starter of my car. And I know that I have no fucking candid imaginary mechanical skills when it comes to the rest of my car, but like I said, I am not staying out here, but I'm still willing to learn, because I told the fucking mechanic, I was like, I was like, I'll give you my debit card, my little blue debit card. I was like, I'll give you that shit if you let me stay, here for 6 months comfortably and help you work on my car because it's a lot of work to do. And he just got so angry and totally deterred me, and that's why the fuck I left his fucking, that's why I left his fucking mechanic shop because, like, I went to the hospital last night over it. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you looking for your windshield wipers and shit? I was like, because I need my car fixed. And then when I found out that my insurance is real, and then school still started, right, I didn't intend to get stuck out here, okay? It was supposed to be a turnaround, and that's what I was, like, crying about because, like, nobody wants to accept that part. I've been out here since June fucking 29th. If that tire didn't blow the fuck out, and if I was properly prepared to see that tire fucked up, I wouldn't have got stuck, and I would have made it to my appointment either way. And I'm never the one to try and cause trouble, and I really hope he gets his book and stuff like that, because I really, like, don't understand why people do bad to me and then linger in my eyesight like they're gonna kill me behind it. And I'm like, it's your fucking immature ass fucking situation. You're trying to make it seem like it's mine, But he was the first customer that made me feel so good about staying in my lane. He was like, no, bitch, I'm not about to risk. I don't know what the fuck he talking about, because I just left his establishment and I'm not going back. I left his establishment too because, no. I've been threatened out here for being out here. I've been called a racist for being out here simply just to get my motherfucking DMV license reinstated. And that stop with that guy who gave me the ticket the first time and then told me it's okay to go drive, but don't get caught again. And he did all that belligerent shit, and I still told him my appointment is still on the 30th, and he's like, oh, but you got a mover permit, because I went up there because somebody told the guy, told that bitch car. I'm like, that's fucked up. And he was like, you know what, go up there and sit at the DMV. So I did. The 3 officers helped me get my fucking moving permit. And they're like, still try to be safe, about you driving on, your suspended license, Kayla. And I'm like, I'm trying. And that's why I thought the mechanic was just the biggest blessing. And he thought because I was over there, wanting to talk about the things I wanted worked on my car, that I was going to pay money just because, because I'm over here with, people that I'm comfortable with about the shit I need for my car, like my windows, my washers, and all of this shit. And he's like, if this bitch keep talking about how she gonna fix her car up and shit, we might as well just not fix it for her. And I'm like, And you see how I try to take Chris Brown out of that situation? Okay, I'm not crazy then. And then, like, right, so I went to go I was like, well, if that's the fucking case, because I couldn't afford the full 480, or whatever. And I know that kind of broke his heart, which kind of fucked me off too, because I really need that shit done on my car, but I'm not about to sit here for another 30 days when I can just sit here as a fucking person in the park. So I'm not suggesting that you guys are racist. I think it's just malicious acts being taken on certain people. That's what I think it is. And I suffer the most because it's in my head. And you guys don't know how to either forgive yourself or be around me normal. Oh, okay, bye-bye, because I gotta go to my swimming class. Goodbye.